has a program in which incapacitated people, mostly older adults, are appointed guardians by the court system to handle their financial, medical, and other affairs. In Pinellas County, about 3,500 people called wards currently have guardians. Our I-team recently spoke to one of these wards who says he's been mistreated by the system and his complaints have been ignored by the court.
This Sunday church outing gave 99-year-old Willie Berchau his first taste of freedom in weeks. You don't get out much anymore.
No, I'm not allowed to.
Tell me why not.
Because my court-appointed guardian doesn't allow me to leave the premises.
In July, Willie was placed in a locked Alzheimer's unit at Grand Villa in Pinellas Park.
You see nobody, you have no contact with anybody.
Friends were allowed to take Willie to church this day. Willie escaped Stalinist Russia, then Hitler's Germany for a chance at freedom in the United States. But his ability to choose for himself has been stripped by Pinellas County's probate court, which, according to records, has declared him incapacitated multiple times.
He seems to be very mentally sharp and alert.
David Preby is Willie's pastor.
I just can't believe that somebody would think he's incompetent mentally.
The courts decided that 3 times.
Wow.
Professional guardian Patricia Johnson, who now sits on the Pinellas Park City Council, was appointed by the court to serve as Willie's guardian nearly 3 years ago, after the state learned he tried to sell his house for a below-market price of $55,000. Johnson took control of more than $500,000 of his assets, including his home, which he sold for $65,000. As a guardian, Johnson was allowed to and did change his doctor, sell his possessions, take away his voting and ID cards, close his bank account, and have his mail sent to her home. Records obtained by the I-team show Johnson has more than 50 current wards. Under state law, guardians can charge their wards up to $70 an hour for such things as taking them to appointments, opening their mail, or even paying them visits. But those wards are not even entitled to see what they're being billed, because here in Pinellas County, all financial accountings are automatically sealed by the court.
There's nobody that's more vulnerable than a ward who has assets and cannot keep track of where they're going or what's happening with them. The ward basically has no rights.
Robert Melton retired as the Inspector General of the Pinellas County Clerk's Office in 2009. He was a critic of the Guardian program and set up an enhanced auditing process for guardianships during his 9 years there.
It's a very close process, and in many cases the public really is not aware of the things that have gone on.
Judge Jack St. Arnold, who presides over Willie's case and thousands of others, doesn't believe that causes issues.
I think our professional guardians do a wonderful job, and I'm really pleased with them. They are not my problem.
St. Arnold was a featured speaker at a recent Pinellas County Professional Guardian Conference. Among the attendees, Patricia Johnson.
There's some genuine I took an oath, 27 years ago, that I would not discuss my patients or my clients.
Until July, Willie lived at the Fountains at Boca Ciega. Without telling Willie beforehand, Johnson moved him to the Alzheimer's unit at Grand Villa. The executive director of the Fountains wrote in an email to the I-team last month, quote, "In our opinion, Mr. Berchau was not a candidate for a secured unit when he left the Fountains." After the I-team began examining Willie's situation, Johnson, again with no explanation to Willie, moved her ward out of the lockdown unit to a less restrictive wing at Grand Villa.
There's lots of things wrong, lots of things got to be looked into.
Last year, Willie's family in Germany hired an attorney to try to have Patricia Johnson removed as his guardian. That effort failed in court. If you have a problem or concern regarding Florida's guardianship program, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us at iteam@abcactionnews.com. I'm I-team investigator Adam Walser, taking action for you.